Well, happy Thanksgiving. We are delighted to be here, my husband and I. So we know what it's like. We are a military family. Should I say it? My dad was Navy, our son was Army. So we actually know what it's like to be away from your family on Thanksgiving. Our son was away. He was deployed to Iraq in 2008, 2009. So even though you're away from your families at home in your home states, we know that you're here with your family here because military is family. And so we wanted to come here, and I wanted to thank the chef who I've done this with so many times, and it's been so great that for all that you do for military families. And I hope you know that my Joining Forces White House initiative is still ongoing to support military families. So as we come around to the tables and we talk to all of you and get to know you, if you have any questions about what we do and how we support you, I'd be happy to talk to you about that. And so before we have our meal, I'd like to introduce you to one of your own. You might already know Jennifer. So she has a beautiful family with 4 children. And so she's going to introduce my husband. So Jennifer, do you want to come say hi?
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for allowing my family and I the opportunity to be here today. It truly is an honor and privilege to stand alongside our President and First Lady of the United States. Friendsgiving for Marines may be a deeper subject. When we became Marines, we entered a trust with all Marines, past, present, and future. From the moment we stepped foot on the yellow footprints, we changed. We were strangers who came from all over the world. We formed an unbreakable bond through the trials of boot camp that brought us closer together than blood ever could. Friendsgiving means more than just getting together. For the younger Marines, it's getting to know our new brothers and sisters. For the older Marines who have found their significant other and started a family, that brotherhood extends to them too now. Maybe you have a Marine who doesn't have family or someone whose spouse is gone for the holidays. You break bread with them. You fellowship with one another because you know they would do it for you. I have experienced all sides of this, from growing up with my father's 23 years of service to congregating with my Marine family on active duty, and now being the wife of an active duty Marine and mother of 4. Military families are different. We go through many trials and challenges that shape us into who we are. It is through the challenges we face that we grow, adapt, and overcome any obstacle. When my husband first deployed, there was a lot of unpredictability. The spouses and our village is what got us through. We were strangers, who most of our families lived on the other side of the United States, but we made it a point to ensure no one felt alone. We were together on birthdays, monthly dinners, and holidays. It's not easy to see the empty seat at the table when mom isn't there for your birthday or dad misses your whole soccer season. But in the end, the values it instills in our children is worth it. The selflessness, service to others, and being able to adapt to any situation, they become resilient. They endure so much with relocating every 3 years, special duties, and consistent deployment schedules that they learn lessons they won't receive anywhere else. These are things the Biden family can understand in their own way as a Blue Star family. So as we break bread this evening, let's remember the hard times, speak of the good times, and honor all who have served and are currently serving and their families. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce to you the President of the United States, the Honorable Mr. Joe Biden.
Thank you very much. Imagine, this has to be boring, boring, boring for these kids to stand up here. You're allowed to do anything you want, including go steal a pumpkin if you want, anything you want to do. Folks, it's an honor for Jill and I to be here. You know, the reason we came is the chef's not bad. You know, we've had a lot of meals with him in the past. Thank you, thanks for all you do. You know, to be here with the Marines and sailors of the 2nd Marine Expeditionary Force is a great honor. You know, I've gotten to see you all in the mountains of, and I mean this sincerely, the mountains of Bosnia. I've seen you in Iraq. I've seen you in Afghanistan. And you're incredible. The American people have no idea the sacrifices you're making. 1% of you represents 99% of the public. You're all volunteers. You all just show up. And you're always there for, and I used to get in trouble for saying when I was a senator, America has a lot of responsibilities, but only one sacred responsibility. And I mean this sincerely, from the bottom of my heart. It is that is to equip those we send into harm's way and care for them and their families when they come home. Because as I said, you represent 1% of the population. You defend the rest of us. You're the backbone, the sinew, the spine of the country. And you really are. And so I just we wanted to come and tell you how much we appreciate all you've done. And you know, John Milton, the famous poet, said, they also serve who only stand and wait. Your mothers, your fathers, your husbands, your wives, many times they're not able to be with you, like now, for many of you. And they're serving too. I remember when our son Bo was in Kosovo for 6 months as a U.S. attorney, and then he volunteered to head to Iraq for a year. And every morning I get up before Jill, my wife's a teacher. She's up earlier than me. She'd be out of the house by 7 o'clock. I'd walk into the kitchen. She'd be with her coffee, standing over the sink, saying a prayer. Just saying a prayer every single day, because your parents, when you're deployed, they don't know. Their spouses don't know for sure. Every single day, they worry about you. Every single moment. And so we owe them too. We owe them a big debt of gratitude. And the other thing is, you know, one of the things that people don't understand, until they run into you, is you are literally, not figuratively, the greatest fighting force, the best fighting force in the history of the world. That's not hyperbole. In the history of the world. It's not a joke. And you really are an incredible group of women and men. And again, I want to thank the spouses as well, because they put up with an awful lot because of your service. And a lot of those empty tables. I don't know how many birthdays you've had. There's been an empty chair back at your home with your parents looking at that chair wondering, are you all right, especially if you're deployed. So anyway, thank you for all you've done. By the way, I'm serving mashed potatoes, so come to my place. All kidding aside, thank you for everything you've done. And you know, there's a lot. I travel the world a lot, because before this as vice president, before that as chairman of the Foreign Relations Committee. And no one in the world misunderstands your competence. No one in the world misunderstands that you are the finest fighting force in the world. That is not a joke. That's the God's truth. So thank you. And I hope you have a great Thanksgiving and a good Christmas. God bless you all. Thank you. Now,